What's going on, guys? Chinese guy here. In today's video, I kind of want to talk a little bit more in depth about the future of Battlefield 4 and basically giving you guys some speculation on when I think the future DLC maps are going to be released. As you already probably know, on Monday the map Dragon Valley was remastered and released over on the CTE for testing. Now, alongside with the release of the map, they also revealed the results of the poll survey, which we took all the way back in December of last year. And the poll basically asked us which maps that we would like to see remastered and brought back into Battlefield 4. It contained maps all the way from the beginning of 1942 to the modern days of Battlefield 3. But if you do want to see the poll results for yourselves, I'll make sure to link that in the description. It's quite interesting to read, and if I'm not mistaken, David Sirland, who is a producer at DICE LA, did say that support for the game will continue as long as people still play it. Now, I am also assuming that the latest that DICE LA will support Battlefield 4 is until the release of Battlefront, which is on November the 17th. That only gives us about 3 to 4 months left to wrap up the current projects that we have going on, such as the nighttime maps, the community jungle map, and now the classic map project. The team at DICE LA working on this new content for Battlefield 4 is probably not huge, probably under 20 people. And it was said that everything that comes out for Battlefield 4 from now on will be free for the community. Now, it's awesome that we get free content, but the devs still need to put food on their tables for their families. The money has to come out from somewhere, so EA. Eventually, I think EA can't keep losing money for no return. They would have to switch the team at DICE LA to doing something more, I guess, financially productive, like supporting Battlefield Hardline or Battlefront. That day is fast approaching, and I think we don't have much more time with them, so let's try to make these coming months count. But I do have some disappointing news. It's basically official and confirmed. It is very likely that we will only be getting one remastered map in Battlefield 4, that being Dragon Valley, which is being tested over on the CTE as I mentioned before. A viewer of mine, Joe Caspito, I think I'm pronouncing your last name right, I'm not too sure, make sure to correct me if I'm not. He sent me a link to David Sirland's Twitter, and Tigger, or David, was asked if we are getting 3 more remaster maps in the future, and this is what he had to say. There was never talk about 4 maps. You guys hyped that up all on your own. Don't blame me. So, in the end, I think that's it for Battlefield 4. We have 3 projects which I mentioned before, plus the most important task at hand, patch the game. But I will say this. Personally, I think remastering only 1 map is a little bit disappointing, but I can understand. When David was asked why that 1 map takes so long to make, it took basically 6, almost 7 months to make. And he said, 1 map takes much longer than you guys think, especially a map this big. Normally we have teams of 20 people too. So I definitely get it. Huge map, small team, probably not a lot of funding, meaning no overtime, and they have definitely other projects to work on. So in other words, they bit off more than they can chew. Now, some of you guys might be wondering, why did they pick Dragon Valley and not some Battlefield 3 map or even some Battlefield Bad Company 2 map, even though maps like Grand Bazaar and Nosha Canals was voted higher. Now, firstly, they said that they want a map to cater to everybody from infantry players to the veterans and vehicle players. They also wanted a map that's not reimagined before, so meaning no bring back maps like Strike at Karkan and Wake Island. They also wanted a map that when remastered, you will get the same general feeling as you did playing the original map. They also made sure that they wanted a truly classic map. So no maps from Battlefield 3, Bad Company 2, or even the Bad Company 2 Vietnam DLC. So it meant we had to go further back into the catalogs of maps for really classic content. The map chosen had to be a large vehicle based map because they wanted that classic Battlefield with tons of vehicles, which I'm definitely a fan of, and that meant skipping on maps like Omaha Beach and Berlin because of their size and vehicle density. And lastly, most importantly, the dev team had to weigh in. They wanted a map that could actually be truly taken to a whole new level, both visually and in gameplay, plus it had to be fun to play and make. So in the end, Dragon Valley was their pick, and I don't disagree with it. I really enjoyed the vehicle based gameplay, but there are parts of the map which I think can be definitely tweaked, and some vehicle layouts might need to be changed because of the balancing in Battlefield 4. It's very different from Battlefield 2, and I think primarily what I'm talking about is the mobile AA. It's quite overpowered, especially if you get into the right places on the right ledge. You can really shoot down anything that comes up, and it gets very annoying with the active radar missiles. So maybe we can tweak that out on the CTE. So wrapping up this video, what's the plan for the coming weeks? DICE said that they want to focus on getting feedback on the Dragon Valley map for the next coming 2 weeks, and then after they will go back to the Community Jungle map project, which haven't been updated in quite a while. So in the end, I hope this video helped to clear up some confusion that you may have had if you were not following so closely to the whole event. Make sure to leave some comments down below on how you feel about hearing this news. Did you expect more maps, or do you think this is perfect because we're reaching the end of the life cycle for Battlefield 4 and just any free content is welcomed? Thanks for watching, give me a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more Battlefield content in the future. Peace out guys.